Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. This video is brought to you by Chesapeake Bay Candle. As you can see, they sent me a bunch of their different candles, and it's perfect because it's going to help me de-stress before a big trip. I'm going over to Europe tomorrow, so I wanted to do something that would be calming and soothing for anybody who's feeling a little bit anxious about their travel that's coming up or anything that they've got going on. So this is going to be a soothing, gentle, hatha style yoga flow. So you're not actually going to flow very much. It's just going to be gentle stretching. And I'm going to light these candles here to help me kind of set the ambiance of a stress-free situation here. And you can do the same at home. So let's go ahead and light the candles and we'll get started. Chesapeake Bay is a wellness-driven home fragrance company, and they sent me their Joy Laughter Cranberry Dahlia scented candles and a reed diffuser to help me de-stress. The products have top notes including plum, nectar, and cranberry, mid notes including rose and dahlia, and base notes of cedarwood and mahogany. They smell great and have essential oils of orange peel, lemon, and cedarwood. They're the perfect accessories to create a fantastic ambiance if you're trying to de-stress. Check the link in the description box below to learn more about Chesapeake Bay Candle Company. So when you're ready, have a seat on your mat, roll your shoulders back, turn your palms to face up. Go ahead and close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, relax your shoulders away from your ears. See if you can tuck those front ribs back a little bit so that you're seated nice and tall. And then tilt your chin until you feel it's parallel with the ground. And bring your awareness to the corners of your mouth, seeing if you can relax the mouth and the jaw. Bringing your awareness to the corners of your eyes, seeing if you can relax there as well. On your next inhale, take your right ear towards your right shoulder. So it's going to be a gentle stretch for the side of your neck here. All the while breathing in fully, exhaling fully, seeing if you can match your inhales and exhales in length. Float the head back up to center. Deep breath in, grow as tall as you can. Exhale, other side. So just tuning in to what you're feeling through the neck. Maybe you're experiencing some tension and tightness. If so, just try to breathe and use the breath to lengthen. Float the head back up to center, and as you inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers, bring the hands behind your head, and gently draw your chin towards your chest, letting your elbows kind of fall in a little bit. So you're not aggressively pulling on the head. You just have a little bit of weight from the hands to get a good stretch across the back of the neck, the tops of the shoulders. Trying to maintain that length through your spine. And then inhale, rise up. You're gonna bring the hands back behind you, maybe 6 inches or so. You're gonna press into the hands, so lift the hips, lift the chest, let the head go back if that's okay for your neck, and breathe into the chest and the fronts of the shoulders. So far we've opened up through the neck, back of the neck, tops of the shoulders. This is now the front of the shoulders and the chest. So lifting your heart up as much as you can. And then exhale, gently release. From here, we're gonna bring the arms out in front, finding your way into eagle arms. So left arm over right, squeeze the arms together, gently lift up, hold, seeing if you can relax your shoulders away from your ears. I want you to slowly unravel, take the right hand to the left knee, left hand back behind you for a gentle twist. Looking out over your left shoulder with your right eye. Growing long and tall through the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, twisting just a little bit more. From here, windmill the arms back up overhead. Interlace the fingers the way that feels a little weird. Bring the hands behind your head. Tuck your chin to your chest. And then we'll open up through here, lifting the arms all the way up, and then take the right arm underneath left. Eagle arms, pulling the arms down before lifting them up and holding here. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing into the space between your shoulder blades and your upper back area. And then from here, we will unravel the arms, bringing the left hand to the right knee, right hand back behind you. Inhale, grow as tall as you can through your spine. And then exhale, turn and twist, looking out over your right shoulder with your left eye. And then as you come back to center, looking down at your feet, taking the left foot out in front of you ever so slightly, and then bringing the hands out in front. I'm going to open up through the hips here. So what you want to be sure is happening is that your low back stays long. If you're already crouching like this and feeling like you need a round, then maybe sit back a little bit and lengthen out through the low back and just hold there. You're going to feel a good stretch through your hips. If you're not really feeling anything here and you can maintain this length through your low back, walk your fingers out in front until you feel something through the backs of your hips, and you'll know it when you feel it. And don't worry about how far I'm going, or if you're doing this with somebody else in the room, don't worry about how far they're going. Just focus on what feels right for you. And use your breath to help open up any tension or tightness. And then as you walk your hands back up, we will switch legs. So bring the right foot out in front and left foot in towards your pelvis. Inhale, grow tall through the spine. And as you exhale, bring the fingers forward, keeping the hips firmly planted on the ground. Don't let them lift up. And if they do, you can press into your hands to push your hips back down. Just finding a good stretch here. So we've opened up through the upper body, beginning to work on the lower body here. So starting with the backs of the hips, then we'll walk the hands back and now work towards the front of the hips. So I want you to roll over the knees, find your way onto all fours. And then from here, you're gonna sit tall on your knees and bring your right foot forward. You're gonna press your hips forward and you're gonna feel a good stretch through your left hip flexor. So that's the front of your left hip area. Roll your shoulders back and then lift up through your chest. So you really don't wanna kind of sink and be dead weight here because that puts a good amount of pressure on the low back and it can cause compression, which is that pinching sensation that you may feel. If you feel that, just back off a little bit and then focus on lifting up through your chest. So we had the backs of the hips, now the front of the hips, and in between, working on the front of the hips, we will open up through the hamstring. So to do that, you will sit tall once again on your knee and straighten out that front leg, melting your upper body over the leg. Spread the toes, draw that pinky toe back towards your face. That's gonna help to really open up through the hamstring here. And you want to be sure not to go too far back. So this is a little too far back. You want to kind of keep your hips somewhat in line with your left knee. Low back long. Think about the belly towards the right thigh, and that's going to help get you a good stretch through the hamstring. From here, we're going to step the right foot back, bringing the knee on the ground, and then you'll send the left foot forward, rise up onto your right knee, and then press your hips forward, finding that good stretch in the front of the right hip flexor. Again, lifting up through your chest, rolling your shoulders back. And then when you're ready, send the hips back so that they are over your right knee, and then you'll dig the left heel into the mat, spread the toes, invite the left pinky back towards your face, low back as long as you melt the upper body over the left leg, breathing into the left hamstring. From here, we're going to work on the inner thighs. So step the left foot back, come to sit down, and we're going to find our way into cobbler's pose. So for cobbler's pose, you want the bottoms of the feet to touch, and you'll bring the heels in towards your pelvis as close as you can. If your knees are up like this, it just means you're really tight through the hips, no big deal. Wherever you are, you're going to bring your thumbs and plant them into the arches of the feet, wrapping your fingers around the tops of the feet, and then opening up, opening your feet like a book. If your legs are up like this, you will press in with your elbows to open up even more. Really want to reach through the knees. One day the knees will come all the way down to the mat. Today might not be that day. You will keep your back long, chest broad, and keep looking out in front of you, maybe about 3 feet on the ground out in front of you, as you continue to breathe and melt the upper body down towards the ground. When you're ready, slowly come up, bring your hands underneath your knees and press your knees together. From here, we're gonna find our way into Shavasana, last pose. So come all the way down onto your mat and extend your legs out in front of you, bringing your hands to your belly. And we will be here for about 5 minutes, and I'll let you know when the time is up. When you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes and slowly make your way over onto your right side. Taking a deep breath in. Exhaling and sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands to your heart center. Go ahead and close your eyes and just take a moment to acknowledge your practice. And when you're ready, seal it in. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the comment section. I will do my best to be in touch. And if you're interested, my book Namaste is available on Amazon, at Barnes & Noble, and most major bookstores everywhere. Don't forget that our podcast, Namaste with Yoga by Candace, is going to be out very soon with Season 2. Season 1 is already there, so you can check iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, pretty much anywhere you listen to podcasts, and hear the whole season. And then be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the beginning of Season 2. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you very soon here on the YBC channel.